Hey, welcome back. I hope you're having Hello, welcome back. I hope you're doing well today. Today I wanted to talk about kindness. Kindness really matters to me and really matters in the world we live in today. I'm going to talk more specifically about self-kindness, self-compassion, and how we treat ourselves, like be more understanding and kind and gentle with ourselves when we fall short. Because we all have a lot of things we aspire to be. We aspire to be kind and caring, compassionate, courageous and intelligent and tolerant and generous and many, many things, but we can't be all those things all the time. And how we treat ourselves when we do fall short, when we fall short of being as kind as we wanted to be, or we fall short of being as brave as we want to be, or whatever shortcoming we come across, how we speak to ourselves, how we treat ourselves afterwards is very important, because many of us engage in a very negative self-talk. We beat ourselves down. We're our own worst critic, as many people say, and that's unhealthy behavior. And you'll find greater happiness when you can be kind to yourself, or when you can be forgiving of yourself. And I know all of the kindness, self-love, happiness things can seem very rainbows and unicorns and unreal, unattainable, like something that doesn't exist. And it does exist. It doesn't only exist for people you perceive as having the perfect life, or having everything together. Self-love is about loving yourself where you are now. Self-love isn't equivalent to self-improvement. You can love yourself the way you are, even when you don't necessarily love all of the parts of you. You can learn to love those parts of you, and by loving yourself and forgiving yourself for those negative aspects of yourself, you can find greater happiness in the skin you're in and in the life you're living. A lot of people struggle with the how. Okay, great, I want to be happier, I want to love myself, I want to live a better life with myself, but how do I do that? How do I do that, Kate? And the best I have for you is just practice and perseverance. You're not gonna make a 180 overnight. And even when you do make that 180, there's gonna be days once you've met the goal over here that you still fall back here. You still have negative self-talk. You still beat yourself up. But the next day, you're not hanging on to this over here. You're forgiving yourself for that. You're moving forward. You're gonna try your best to have all the better days in the future and be kinder to yourself all the days to come, or kinder to others, or whatever. However you let yourself down, you're gonna try not to do that in the future, but you're gonna forgive yourself for when you've done it here. A step you can take, or somewhere you could start by like taking note of how you're speaking to yourself when you have these shortcomings, whether you take note on physical paper or in a note on your phone or internally. Just take note of when you're in those situations that you would engage in negative self-talk after. When you do something that you're not proud of or something like that, pay attention to how you're speaking to yourself. And in that moment that you start telling yourself how shitty of a person you are, how dumb you are, something like that, turn it around. Try to be more encouraging. Try to turn it into an encouraging statement, not a defeating statement. I like to think of it in a sense of coaches, like being your own coach in your mind here, your own person on the sidelines. You have your coach over here who is yelling, screaming, telling you did this wrong, you did this wrong, you dropped the pass, you lost this game for the team, you let everyone down, you lost the game for yourself, and he's throwing his clipboard. You have an encouraging coach who is honest with you. He tells you, yes, you did do this wrong. Yes, you could have done better. I know you can have done better. You've done better before. You are better than this. But he's encouraging. This game isn't the end. The loss isn't the end of your life. Like, you're going to move forward, and next time you're going to do better. When you get to the next game, you're not going to quit at the beginning because you lost this one. He's encouraging you to better yourself between that time, this time and that time. He's encouraging you to push forward. He's encouraging you to find it in yourself, to forgive yourself for letting yourself down today, but not allowing yourself to continue to let yourself down in the future. So be your own encouraging coach. I just picture a little person hopping around my mind. It might be a little disturbing, but it helps me. And along with that, would be to be mindful, like when you are feeling bad, when you did let yourself down, when you're feeling frustrated or angry or upset. This goes with saying for any time you're feeling emotion, but when you're feeling negative towards yourself, Just recognize that you feel that way. Don't ignore that you failed or ignore how you feel, but also don't exaggerate it. Don't exaggerate your failure. Don't exaggerate your pain. Just look at it as what it is, see what it is, and then, decide your course of action from there, and choose not to speak negatively towards yourself. Choose not to beat yourself up. Choose to encourage yourself. Choose to work to be better. Realize that you're not all alone, that everybody suffers. No matter what you think, no matter how perfect you think someone else's life is, or how happy you think they may always be, everybody suffers. No matter what lot of life they live in, they feel pain and happiness just like you. So no matter where you are in the world, we have interconnectedness. Everyone feels pain. Everyone feels happiness. Everyone hurts. Everyone gets sad. And you're not isolated. So instead of saying, oh, no one understands how I feel, I'm so alone, remember that you're not alone. And that other people feel that way too. So instead of having your own pity party, maybe attend somebody else's. You'll connect, you both feel the same way. Maybe you'll realize that pity and self-hate isn't fun, and you'll partake in something else. But more importantly, over the whole scape of things, to be kind to yourself, you need to forgive yourself when you let yourself down. Forgive yourself for when you drop the ball, for when you're not as productive as you want to be, for when you do fail, for when you lose your temper, or when you're jealous or something like that. Just forgive yourself. Remember that you're still worthy. You still have so much to share with the world. You have gifts and talents and people to inspire, no matter who you are. Like I said, love yourself even when you failed. I could go on for a long time about kindness and self-compassion and things like that, but I'm gonna end it here today. Just kind of a brief how-to. I hope you found this helpful. And if you know someone who would find it helpful, maybe share it with them. I hope your week is off to a great start. I hope you have a terrific day. Until next time, take care.